If there is no light, there's darkness. Light and darkness. The absence of one sustains the other. Ask any child who's sent to his room at bedtime. It's the darkness that brings out the monsters and demons. If positive influences have positive effects, then the opposite is true as well. And it's through these encounters that I learn my worth. If those I respect and admire think I'm great, then I must be great. If they think I'm worthless, then I must be worthless. If I grew up without positive influences that would have spotlighted my inner brilliance, then there would have been no one to ignite the flame that's waiting inside me. If I'm told every day that I'm not good enough or that I'm a failure, I'll start to believe it. There is no point in denying it. Or is there? Dr. Wayne Dyer points out that we often underestimate our power to change ourselves, just as we overestimate our power to change others. I don't have the power to change anyone else but myself. If that's the case, then I also have the power to paint a different picture of myself. It's within my power to change. Whenever I'm face to face with a negative person, I must remember how he or she became that way. If I start off as a reflection of others, then those around me must have started off as reflections of their past as well. If they're positive people and carry within them some inner light that they're sharing with me, then they were ignited by some other positive force in their lives as well. If they're instead defensive, close-minded, forcibly controlling, unpleasant, self-centered, then they were surrounded by these types of individuals in their youth and are reflecting those traits onto me. They were shown no other behavior, and thus see no other face in the mirror but their own. They can't recognize the true me, because they can't see beyond their own reflection. They can't even see how their inner light is dying inside them. So, what I thought was their opinion of me is actually a reflection of what they think of themselves. It's all about them, not me. We've come full circle. What we see in others is also a reflection of ourselves. People who see the good in others recognize the good in themselves. People who only see the bad in others are acknowledging the bad in themselves. Those who can accept the good and bad in others can accept the good and bad in themselves. In short, what we see in others is a reflection of our own self-portrait. I also have the power to paint a different picture of myself by simply changing the direction of my mirror. We hear the saying, "You are what you eat." I also reflect those around me. The more negative influences I experience in my life, the more positive influences I need around me to combat against that darkness. All I need is more light. I now know that I have the power to define my self-worth. I may not have had the advantage of growing up in a positive environment, but I do have the power to choose my friends. With that power, I can surround myself with positive friends, positive influences, positive role models, positive experiences, positive achievements. So, the fact that I have chosen you to be my friend holds within it great power and with that power, an awesome responsibility. Your gift of friendship gives me the tools I need to finish my masterpiece, my own self-portrait. It also bestows an obligation onto me to become a beacon for others, as you have been for me, to help reveal their inner brilliance. Light is meant to be shared. If there is no light, there's darkness. The mere absence of one sustains the other. Ask any child who's sent to his room at bedtime. It's the darkness that brings out the monsters and demons.